Hello again. This is Vero here, and this is Better in Life. As promised, here I am. Now, death is very inevitable. We are all mortal. Yes, we know we'll all die. But when our opponent dies, the amount of frustrations that comes in with it, it's so big. Why? Because as much other people die, the bond we share with our parents is so big that they leave a very big hole in our hearts. And because that hole is so big, that vacuum is what makes us grieve. When our parents and there is something that we ignore. When children, especially under 21, when the parent dies, those children suffer psychological, emotional, and even physical. Why? Because the physical bond is stronger than when you were above, say, 15, 18, over 20 years. Have you seen even small children, when they start praying aloud, they will leave the house, they'll go out, pray a little bit with friends, they'll come back to check if the mom is still there, because the physical body is so strong. But when you're big enough, you have gone to college, you have gone to work, you can afford even to go for some months without seeing your parents. As long as especially you talk to them, you are very much okay. But these small children, we ignore them, but they suffer a lot because they even suffer emotionally, physically. Whereas ourselves, mostly when we are grown up, we suffer psychologically and emotionally. Now, death puts your whole body in confusion. When death comes for death of a person who is very important in your life, and for a person whose body is so strong, your whole body reacts. And as much as we are being told the stages of grieving and all that, in my case, the reason why I'm doing this video, actually, it is because a year ago I lost my dad, and I realized that those stages make no sense. Actually, you even don't remember them. You don't remember them. Actually, you don't know even where you are. You have no time to remember them. But today we are trying to talk a bit. Maybe you can help someone, or maybe if you're in that situation, you can maybe learn one or two things that can help you overcome it. Because it is not a very interesting stage. It is very distressing. It is overwhelming. Your body reacts. And some stages, for example, like the stage of anger, if it is really prolonged, it can even lead to depression. Or your immune can be suppressed. So the whole thing is all about moderating, and that is why we are talking today. In this video, I want to divide it into 2 times because I don't want to ignore the fact that there are some people who have a strained relationship with their parents. Maybe their parents were absent, maybe their parents were narcissists actually. But today, let us talk about the normal bond between a child and a parent. I'm not saying that there is any relationship that is perfect, but I'm saying the normal one. And then maybe in part 2, we can talk about the death of a parent with whose you had a strained relationship or was an absent parent. Let us go to point number 1. What you feel is varied. You see, this grief has it has nothing regular. There's no lineup that you follow. This thing just comes to you. For example, like when my dad died, I remember I was even asking my brother whether they really checked to see, surely, if it was my dad who was taken to the mortuary. The denial, it just hits you. It just hits you. You don't have to say, now I want to be in denial. Now I want to be in anger. Now I want to be in depression. No. The only thing you do, it's to realize yourself that, yes, this person is gone, But even if I'm grieving, even if I'm mourning, you do it in moderation. Because some stages, like as I said, anger, if prolonged, can be more risky. And this person is gone and gone and gone forever. So, what you feel, if you feel sometimes the emotions are somehow mixed, they really conflict. Sometimes you feel like, in my case, sometimes I was feeling like comforted that he was no longer in pain. But sometimes I also feel numb. Sometimes I'm sad. I'm just confused. I feel horrible. I remember this is a dad who is dead. I remember for every girl, dad is a hero. You remember that movie? The King of the Jungle? This is what you knew him to be. And now you have seen him going down, down, down until he really goes away. You really get confused. You really, as much as you knew he was maybe old, and maybe you'd see maybe the health was really deteriorating. No amount of preparedness can really lessen this grief. Grief is grief. It is painful. It is confusing. Sometimes you even don't know what you want. You are trying to come into terms, but the whole thing is what you feel. It's okay. What you feel is varied. There is no lineup that you are feeling at dinner today, tomorrow you are sad, the other day you are feeling frustrated, no, you feel guilty, the other day you are really confused, sometimes you are in disbelief, sometimes it's as if you are really hopeless. It's okay. Next point is that let yourself free experience the loss. Sometimes we try to act so courageous or so strong, maybe for the people around us, because we are expected that because we are grown-ups, you are not supposed to grieve so much. But no, that is wrong. Experience the whole process. Why? Because we said that grief really affects your whole body, your whole being, physically, emotionally, psychologically. If you are trying to work hard, you are suppressing some of these feelings, and your body gonna react. When the body reacts, it causes some maybe health issues. So take these steps. Don't try to follow what people are saying. Some people may be expecting that after some time you're supposed to have moved on, and actually we even don't move on. Maybe we say we move forward, but you never move on because you never forget these people. They were so important in your life, and that is why you are grieving them so much. Deny your feeling. You don't heal fast because of that. Sometimes you try to do other things because we are trying to be strong, and you think that when you don't express that feeling, when you don't let yourself feel it, that you heal fast. But remember, we said it is very, very risky for your health. Just accept within yourself that grieving is difficult, grieving is painful, and believe that after some time you'll go over it. Do not accept opinion of other people when they say that after some time you are supposed to have overcome 1, 2, 3, 4. No, this is your journey. It's not your journey. Mortality in midlife can be really scary. When a parent dies and they were just in their midlife, it can feel even worse because you really get really confused. The uncertainty of your life, it's really deep because you feel as if they died very young. The anger is maybe stronger. But as I have said, just allow yourself to feel the loss so that you can be able to overcome it and go through the grieving. Take care of your well-being. Grieving is really a very confusing thing. Sometimes, because as we said, you are really affected the whole of yourself. Sometimes you might find that if you're drinking alcohol, you find that you are really abusing alcohol. You're drinking too much. Sometimes you may find that you can't sleep. Sometimes you feel that you really don't want to work. And sometimes there comes a time you oversleep. Sometimes you overeat. Sometimes you really don't feel like working. It's really a confusing process. But the whole thing is finding a balance. Finding a balance is the key. Take enough rest. Don't skip your meals. You need to be healthy even after this. Drink lots of fluid and especially just plain water. Stay active. Do everything in moderation. Don't oversleep. Do not skip your meals. Then do not overeat. Speak up. Speak. When you speak, like in my case, when I speak, even sometimes I speak to myself as I'm making my videos. Sometimes I speak myself, I speak about my dad, and I feel good later. At first, it might be difficult, but as time goes by, the vacuum seems to be sealing slowly by slowly. The whole thing is all about modulating. Just take care of yourself. Take enough rest. The next step is that you share your memories. Share memories. Share the photos. Just maybe sometimes you can, at first it can be difficult, especially the value photos. They can be difficult, but just go at your speed. As for my case, the photos really helped me to heal. Because I would look at those photos, remember 1, 2, 3, 4 things. Then I would look at our earlier photos, those good, those good memories you had with your parent. You look at those photos, you remember those things, and they really help you to heal. That's also a way of trying to heal. Do something in your memories. Honor them. Maybe it's something that they really liked doing. Just continue doing that thing so that you feel you are doing good. For me, I have decided to do this video because I want to help someone who thinks that when this thing happens, there is a systematic way of following things. There's no systematic way. These things just come to you. The only thing is that you have to be aware of yourself so that you are able to heal faster, because as we said, death is finality. They are not coming back. So try to do something in your memory. Do something so that you can remember them, so that all the time you feel that they are with them, so that the loss is lessened. Also let others comfort you. If some people have gone through what you have gone through, if some people have really lost their parent and they are willing to listen to you, talk to them about your parent. That helps heal faster. Embrace family relationship. When a parent dies, usually siblings relationship might weaken. Why? Look, you are going home to see a parent. And if you are not lucky, if you don't have another parent, there is a possibility that you won't be learning home because there's no one there. You'll realize that you are really parting. You are parting slowly by slowly. Slowly by slowly. Why? Because, yes, you all your siblings, you had the same loss, but differently. Because each of you had a different and a very unique relationship with the parent. Some of you may heal fast. Some of you may really take very, very long. Let each one of you heal in their own way. Let them grieve. Let them mourn in their own way. Some may take a very long time in a certain stage. Some, especially the denial. For me, I denied even during the burial. Because when I saw him on that rebellion day, he was just sleeping. He looked as if he was sleeping. Actually, I was like, maybe he can just wake up. It's still not too late. I still had the hope. After I buried him, I still felt as if, no, it was like a movie. It was like a drama. It's not, it didn't seem real. It's as if he'll still be there. And especially because I don't stay at home all the time. I didn't feel his absence until much later when I realized that it's now us who will be making decisions of the home. So when your parent goes, your siblings, each one of you really handles grief in a very different and unique ways. So some may be stuck in that denial stage, whereas others have already moved to acceptance stage. Just allow your sibling to go through their journey. It is each one's journey. The other thing you should note about family relationship is that because of the loss of this parent and the uniqueness of the relationship of each of you with this parent, you may find that you are not as close as you used to be. So now, if you're watching this, understand that and try to help to strengthen the bond. You can try to be calling your siblings more often, inviting them to be together with you, sometimes even going home to spend some time together. Consider grief support. Sometimes talking to people who have gone through what you are going through is easier. It makes things easier because they'll tell you exactly what they felt. You know, the funniest part with death is that it is never death until it affects you directly. People always die, we always go to values, but until it really gets you, that's when you really feel it. That's when you get the real definition of death. So, just you can join a support group. The good thing with social media is that nowadays you can find a group of people who have just lost their parents, and just leading, just sharing, you realize that people have gone through so much also, and they healed at the end of the day. At the end of the day, the grief never goes away completely. I'm sorry, it does not go away completely, but it just lessens such that we are able to move forward without them. That is why I'm saying we never move on. We only move forward, because you can never forget these people. They are very important to us, and they are the only one. Your dad was just your dad. You never get another one, and when he's gone, and he is gone forever, and you never get another one. The same case applies to your mother. You never get another mother. That is why you can never move on. You can only move forward. The grief can only lessen, and you can only learn to live without them, but you can never forget them. Grieving is normal, but when you realize that you are stuck in a certain stage so much, and your grief is really affecting your day-to-day life after maybe, sometimes it goes up to even 4 years or even more. But even after that, you realize that your day-to-day life is being affected. I think it is a time that you try to get a therapist who can help you go through the process, so that your health is not affected. But all in all, life is good. Life is still beautiful. That even when our parents are gone, the best thing we can do is to keep their memories and to do something in their honor.